Hi, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, Mr. Langerman. Thank you so much for giving us your time. So, guys, welcome to all of you all. In my previous conversation, we've learned about yellow diamonds, pink diamonds, argyle pink diamonds, and green diamonds. And today, it's my privilege to have a legend of our industry and a pioneer of natural fancy color diamond, Mr. Arthur Langerman of Langerman Diamond, who will talk to us about evolution of natural fancy color diamonds. And guys, a brief introduction. So Mr. Langerman has devoted great efforts in educating traders and researchers about the value, the rarity, the price of these natural color diamonds. And he has spent over 50 years in building Langerman collection, which has diamonds of different hues, colors, shapes, and sizes. And the result is Langerman diamonds, which has the largest collection of natural fancy color diamond in the world. So it's such a privilege to have you. And yes, so we have a comment from one of our audience who's saying that you are the king of fancy color. So yes, guys, he's also the king of fancy color, and he was fondly known as Color Man.
Thank you very much. I forgot my crown, even if I am the king.
All right, let's begin by knowing that how did you start your journey with diamonds and how did you discover natural fancy color diamonds?
So I started in the business 62 years ago
Mm-hmm.
because after World War II, we didn't have a lot of money, and my mother sent me to work in order to bring some money at home. So I
Mm-hmm.
was cleaving diamonds. You know what is cleaving?
Yes.
Cleaving is dividing the diamond in the direction how it is, like
Mm-hmm.
wood. Wood on one side you sew it, and on the other side you give with a hawk, you give a little push and it splits. The diamond is exactly the same. It splits when you work. So you have a diamond, you have to decide if there are some impurities in the stone. Will I keep a bigger diamond with impurities, or will I
Mm-hmm.
divide it? And this
Mm-hmm.
was the cleaving. And a cleaver has to decide what he does with the diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I'm not very skilled with my hands,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what. To eat, I can well, but to work diamonds, I was not very good. And after 1 year of study, they throw me out of the office because
Oh.
I was not very disciplined. So I went to work. I went to work with a diamond manufacturer. He
Mm-hmm.
was buying rough. He had a syndicate view. He was buying rough, and he taught me how to polish diamonds, how to sew diamonds, how to cleave, how to sort the diamonds, how to
Wow.
sell diamonds, uh, having the bookkeeping, everything. And I did this during 10 years. But he was a very tough guy, and he treated me like a slave. How
Mm-hmm.
to do this, how to go there, how to fight this. Even when he was fighting with his wife, I had to come and to put them together. So after 10 years, I left him. But in his collection of diamonds, there were a few colored diamonds. And I
Okay.
was always attracted by the beauty of these diamonds. White
Mm-hmm.
diamonds is very interesting, but they're all white, only one color. But
Right.
colored diamonds are fantastic. I
Mm-hmm.
have in my collection, I have uh, 350 different colors and hues. So it is it is an enormous quantity of diamond. I can show you, for
Yes,
instance,
please.
this is my
Mm-hmm.
chart of
Mm-hmm.
colored diamonds. You see how many different colors I have there? And this is only 156
Wow.
different colors. Starts with yellow, orange, goes down to the pink, to the cognacs, to the browns, and finishes with the blues and the purples. So this is
Wonderful.
an idea of the different colors in the color diamond.
Since you showed us that wonderful chart, have you classified like all the different colors by yourself of these different color diamonds?
So there was nothing actually. There was no there was no other people working in the colored diamonds. So I decided to classify my diamonds alone. And I organized my stock in a very special way, by color, the lightest to the darkest, but in every hue, and in 350 different colors. So I have about, I don't know, hundreds of different boxes, and in every box there is all different diamonds.
Wow. So can we see some of your parcels that you have organized for us, and then we can continue forward in the
Yeah, I
conversation?
can show you, for instance, a little collection like this that took me about 35 years to put
Mm-hmm.
these stones together. They all have approximately the same size, and they're all triangles, and they're very, very rare color, as you can see.
Wow.
You see it well?
Yes.
So this is
Yeah, we see it
one
well.
little collection. This is another little collection with oval shapes, also all the
Wonderful.
different colors. So you can imagine if you make a jewelry with all these triangles,
Yes.
it will be magnificent to put them together in a big piece of jewelry.
Mm-hmm. Fancy cut diamonds have to be cut in a specific way to maximize the color. So can you talk to us about your expertise of cutting these diamonds into these wonderful shapes?
Yes. So I can tell you I broke a lot of diamonds because I was curious to know how they are constituted. Some diamonds have two, three, four colors. When you divide them, you have, for instance, could be a yellow diamond, and the other parts would be a brown diamond, or a pink diamond, and the other part would be a gray diamond. So
Wow.
when you look at the diamond, you have to see where's the color, and then you have to divide the stone to try to keep the color. This is one thing. But then when you polish them, the classical way of polishing white diamond is made to keep the diamond as white as possible. So
Yes.
colored diamonds, you cannot polish them like white diamonds. So usually now we have customers, they say, oh, I only want a colored diamond, but a round. But a round stone is made only for the white diamonds because when you polish a white diamond, there is a system to put the color as white as possible. And when you take a fancy colored diamond, you polish it around, it will be lighter. This is why
Got it.
we have a lot of different
Wow.
shapes. You saw on the chart, we have
Yes.
all kind of different shapes,
Right.
triangles, squares, rounds,
Wonderful.
marquises, pear shapes, and all the different shapes. So we tend, while polishing the stone, some colors has to be lighter because they are too dark, or some colors have to be darker because they are too light. And this is with looking the facets, how you polish them, you can influence the color.
Were you always confident that natural color diamond is your true calling?
Absolutely not. When I started, I only started because I loved these colors, and I found them much more interested than than the white diamonds. But I read a lot of the history of the diamond, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember in 1700 and something there was one person who was traveling in India, and his name was Jean-François Tavernier. He
Mm-hmm.
was he was traveling in India. He went everywhere. He went in Golconda, and there he found the big, magnificent diamonds. And most of these diamonds he brought back to Europe for the princes and the kings and everyone were colored diamonds. In this time, only man was wearing diamonds, and most of the diamonds were colored diamonds. Like in France, you have the Sancy, you have the Black Orlov, you have all kind of
Yes.
historical stones that are magnificent that he brought here. So I was looking the book of Cartier, and I found that they were using in the 1920s. they were using colored diamonds to make their jewelry. But because of De Beers found the South African diamonds in 1900 in South Africa, most of the South African production is white diamonds. And they, as every company that sells one product, they made publicity that the diamond has to be white. The more whiter, the better. And this is the classification D to Z that the lads are using. D, you know why they start with D? With D because it's diamond. So the best color is D, it's diamond.
Got it.
So, and then De Beers made publicity that the diamond has to be white. And the more white, the better. And like this, during 50 years, the market, the jewelers, and everyone has forgotten about the fancy colors. But I started in the 1970s. I started to work in the colored diamond, and from 1980 on, I promised myself to work only with colored diamonds, not white diamonds anymore, because in 1980 there was a big collapse of the prices in the gem, in the white colors. In 75, 76, the price of a D flawless was $4,000 a carat. And in 1978, 79, they went up to 65,000. So you can imagine everyone was busy with white diamonds and had no time to play with colored diamonds.
Absolutely.
So I was working with white, of course, but parallel with this, I was working with colored diamond. And I discovered my first business that I found was, there was one industrial, so you know in diamond there is rough to be polished, but also rough, industrial rough.
Yes.
For all the material to drill, to make wires, there's 100 different ways to use diamond, industrial diamond. And this guy was, every time he found the colored diamonds, he put it aside because he didn't know what to do with. No one would buy them. So he presented me a parcel of 7,000 carats. It was a big parcel. But at this time, it didn't cost much. It had to cost $50,000. But I did not have $50,000. So I proposed him to cut the parcel in two and to buy the half. And then that I would polish the half, and to see if I come out well, I would buy the other half. So fortunately, I polished a few very nice stones, and I could sell them for the higher price than the value of the total parcel. So then I could buy the other half, and I had 7,000 carats in my stock, so I had enough to work during a few years.
Wow, that's incredible.
And slowly the market knew that I was the special guy in the booth, in the diamond club, that was working with colored diamonds. They always asked me, tell me, do you make a living with these diamonds? I said, I'm schlepping.
Love to see some of your exclusive natural fancy color diamonds.
Yeah, I have some nice diamonds that I would like to show you. For instance, this, Ola. I have to take it with my tweezer. This one, yeah, you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. This one is an olive color diamond, you see, but quite flat to keep the color. And it weighs 10 carats, but it looks like 15 carats because I polished very flat. Here you have a vivid yellow diamond. A yellow diamond, everyone knows the yellow diamonds, it's not, but a vivid like this is a stone that comes from the Zimi mine. Zimi is in Sierra Leone, you know that. It's an area where you find the nicest and the most beautiful yellow diamonds. And this is one that comes from there. This one here is you see them? Is an orange diamond. Orange diamond is very rare, and you don't see them very often. So, and I have here the nicest one in my collection. It's like a candy. You see this? With fluorescence. It's a candy. When you make a certificate with the GIA, they always find negative to have fluorescence. And this stone is only fluorescence. So you can imagine, and look the beauty of it. It's one of the nicest diamonds that I have.
So that means, Mr. Langerman, since it's a fluorescent stone, and if a lady wears a stone and she walks out at a party, and with the lights, I'm sure that the stone will completely brighten up and shine.
If it has fluorescence and you go in a nightclub with these neons, this stone will explode. It will be like a bomb.
So I'm sure that this stone will be quite a conversation starter, turning heads around. What is this lady wearing?
Yeah, exactly. But the people will be blinded because it has such a big effect with this neon lights.
You've shown us such amazing and such different colors. We would like to learn, how did you establish the classification and the shades, which you mentioned, 350 shades of these natural color diamonds?
So it was very, very complicated, and I for every color I made a classification that is mine. For instance, you know that the Argyle mine has a big quantity of pink diamonds. Well, I helped them to establish a classification that is like me. When you buy a diamond at Argyle, you have P1, P that means pink. P1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and goes till 7 or 8. I have exactly the same classification. So they copied, actually, or they learned from me my classification. And I did this with the C also, that is brown. C1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 6 or 7. And you have the different use of brown diamond. It's also my classification. And I do the same in every different colors. What is important, I have 350 different colors, but it's for me, the classification is to name them by the nature, like you found in flowers, in vegetables, in metals, in everything. So my classification, I don't do like the GIA that makes hues and modifiers. No, I take for instance, the first stone here, it's called mint, because it looks like a piece of mint. So I put the names that you find in the nature. This is pumpkin. Pumpkin is the color like pumpkin. It's very easy for people, when you speak about pumpkin, they know what the color is. If you hear the GIA search or the laboratories, they would say yellowish, orangey, whatever. And so when I like to speak with my customer about the color they understand. This I call champagne, this I call bronze, this I call cinnamon. So when I speak about a cinnamon diamond, it's very easy for you to understand what color it is. At the labs, a cinnamon color is brownish, yellowish, grayish, yellow.
Wow, that's like a long classification.
Exactly. Right? It has 4 different modifiers because they take the color from every stone, they see how it's composed, and they gave these names. But for the business and for the people, they don't understand what it is. They want to buy this color, they like it, but it has such an odd name that they wouldn't buy it.
Absolutely. And now continuing further, I would love to see some more of your exclusive diamonds.
Well, I have, for instance, I showed you this. This is a rough, I'll take it with my tweezer. This is a rough pink diamond. You see an octahedron?
Yes.
A octahedron is a double pyramid. It's a beautiful shape. You know that the first octahedron people found was in an Egyptian sarcophage. So they found there was a little girl in this sarcophage, how do you say, sarcophage. There was a little girl, she was wearing a ring with an octahedron, a double pyramid. One part of the pyramid was touching her skin, and this is to bring her luck. But she was not very lucky because she died, I think she was 15. So anyhow, so this is an octahedron, a very interesting thing. I have another thing that is very special. It's a marble. You see this?
Yes.
This is a marble. It's polished like a real marble, and it's shining. When the lights come in, it's beautiful. I have the biggest marble in the world, 67 carats, but I don't find it. I lost it
Wow.
somewhere here, but I will find it back. But I couldn't find it to show you. But it's a marble like this, much bigger, and a gray color. Magnificent. So, and what else I
Wonderful.
show you? I can show you this. This is 100 carat black diamond.
Wow, that's something so
You see,
rare.
this is something I would put here. Indian gods, they put the diamonds on their foreheads. Huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can we also admire that black diamond for some more time? How difficult was it for you to manufacture such a big size of black diamond?
Well, we have very skilled people here in Antwerp. I'm manufacturing since I started. I'm manufacturing diamonds, and I have people working for me already 40 years, I think. And they are very skilled people. They can do anything, small stones, big stones.
Wonderful.
Yes, and here in Antwerp we have an old tradition of polishing, and the people are very, very skilled. And they taught the polishing diamonds to everyone, to India, to America, to Israel.
Yes.
So they were teaching how to polish to all these people.
Mm-hmm. Antwerp has been the diamond capital. How has the entire industry in Antwerp evolved from the 70s until now?
So in the 70s, it was a beautiful time. We had 35,000 people polishing diamonds, but we had about another 80,000 people. They were helping. There were restaurants that bringing the food. There was people who was making the tools. There were a big activity. Today, unfortunately, we don't even have 500 people. So, and we had 3 diamond bourses, the club, the diamond, and the cream, and there was big rooms like a football field, and in these rooms it was a market. It was a real market, like when you go to buy groceries in your market. People were sitting, fighting to get a place to sit in the diamond club. So everyone was coming there with their clients, and we were sitting there looking at diamonds all together in this place. Unfortunately now, fortunately or unfortunately, things change with the computer and the computers. Everyone tends to keep his business secret. We don't like that other people look what we do. In the 70s, I don't know why, but people didn't care. They brought in customers, and they kept them for years. Always, the customers always was coming at the same person, and this person was helping him to buy. But now we have computers, we have websites. I have a website that, and I think the future of the diamond today is not how it was then. The future of the diamond today is the website. We have customers from all the world looking at our website. We have about 2,000 stones that we show, but we have about 25,000 stones that we don't show, because I have the biggest stock in the world. So they look at the website, they say, I would like a stone like this, but slightly different. So I go in my 25,000 and I look for a stone that is slightly different. So the future of the diamond is website. I think with the COVID, people start to be lazy and stay home, and they don't want to go, and they are afraid to be infected, so they stay home and they buy diamonds from the website. And we are very serious, because we have customers, they, even without seeing the diamond, they buy, they trust us, and they send us $50,000 to buy a stone.
So now taking forward, since you mentioned that you have 25,000 diamonds in your safe.
All my diamonds together, I have a mountain like this.
Okay, so can we see a part of the mountain?
No, it's difficult because I see you like this, and you have to see the mountain on my table. So it's impossible. But you can imagine.
We'd love to see some exclusive stones that you've kept aside for us. There was a request for you to show the black diamond once again.
You want to see the black diamond?
Yes.
Voila.
Wow.
You can
Wonderful.
imagine if we wear it here,
Yes.
for you, it goes well with your hair and everything. Huh?
Thank you.
I like very much black diamonds. You cannot see inside, but
Right.
the facets you have on the outside, they have a big sparkle with the light, different lights. What is important if you for diamond is you have not one single light.
Right.
One moment it's gray, one moment it's sunshine, one moment it's raining, and every moment the diamond has another color, has another
Wonderful.
sparkle, has another
Mm-hmm.
difference.
Mm-hmm. Sometime back, you mentioned that you helped the Argyle mine to come up with their grading system. How did you meet up with them, and how did the whole journey begin with Argyle mines?
So Argyle opened the mine in 1987.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, no one knew that there was diamonds in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly, in 1987, Argyle mine opened, and they had the biggest production in the world, 60 million carats a year. You can imagine the pile. But
Ooh.
the quality of these diamonds was very low. It was industrial, mostly industrial diamonds, brown
Mm-hmm.
diamonds, and 1 per 10,000 was a pink diamond, but the most beautiful pink diamonds in the world. So
Mm-hmm.
they came here in Antwerp to meet some people to
Mm-hmm.
help them to sell the production.
Mm-hmm.
So one of these people was a friend, and he told me, "Listen, we found some special colors in the Argyle production. Could you help us to buy them or to sell them?" So I went there, I looked, and what I saw, the most magnificent pink diamonds. They did not know it was pink. So I bought immediately. And then Argyle was not the only mine. There were three mines there. There was Argyle, Ellendale, and the Australian government. They had this Argyle mine was divided in three pieces. And all the three were coming to me to sell their pink diamonds. They did not know what it was. And I bought big quantities of big diamonds. I polished
Wow.
them, and then
Okay.
I was in very good relation with Argyle, with the directors in Australia, with the representatives here in Belgium. And one day they came to me and they said, "Listen, we have a project with a London jeweler, Kuczynski. We have a project to make a big egg like this, a
Mm-hmm.
big egg like
Whoa.
Fabergé. You know the
Right.
Fabergé
Yes.
egg, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But 10 times bigger than Fabergé. And we would need pink diamonds to put in this egg. Can you help us?" So I came out with 1,500 carats, 20,000 stones, and I sold them these 20,000 stones to put in this egg. And it took a year to put them in the egg. It was a magnificent piece of jewelry, big like this. And they went all over the world, in Basel, in Hong Kong, in Australia, everywhere with this egg. And it made a big publicity. And they finally arrived in Japan, and I don't know, the egg disappeared. Some Japanese guy bought
Right.
it, and I don't know where it is.
Wonderful.
But
Wonderful.
the Argyle egg, it's magnificent. And I sold them their diamonds that they sold to me rough. I sold them back as polished.
Wonderful. And this was made with 1,500 pink diamonds, right?
Yes, yes.
You've actually polished all the Argyle pink diamonds and you sold it back to the Argyle mine people to put it back in the egg.
Unfortunately, it was one
Wow.
time, but I would have loved to do it. Yeah, it was 1,500 carats.
1,500 carats of pink
Yeah,
diamonds.
yeah.
Wow.
Then I was in good relation. I taught them how to classify the diamonds
Right.
according to my system, and I told them they should make tenders like they did during 20 years or 25 years. They were keeping the nicest diamonds they had, and they were selling them for millions every year
Yes.
to the big jewelers.
So now we know the man behind the classification of Argyle color chart. And now we also know the man who gave them the idea about making an Argyle mine tender. And that's you,
Yeah.
Mr. Langerman. It's such an honor to hear all these words of expertise from you.
I'm very long here in this business since 62 years doing the same thing, and I still
Wow.
love it. It's very, very interesting, and the color diamond is so interesting. Every stone that I take in my hand has a different life, it has a different beauty, and
Right.
it's a fantastic work.
There was a comment by somebody, wanting to see some red diamonds. Do you
I
have
have
them
red
for?
diamonds. Unfortunately, I don't have them here
No
because
problem.
I have a partner office in America, and red diamonds in Europe are very expensive for the customers. They don't buy millions of dollars of stones here in Europe. The customers, they want to buy five, 10, $20,000 a stone, 50,000 perhaps. But red diamonds from 1 carat is worth $3 million.
Wow.
It's a huge price for a small piece of diamond. A diamond of this size. You see this size?
Yes, yes. Very
It's
small.
nothing. It's nothing. Look at my face. You don't see it.
Yeah, exactly. And there is a question asked by people. They want to see blue diamonds. Do you have any blue diamonds aside for us?
It's also, I have some, but they are not very big. You can see the blue in here in this box. You can see the blues. There are some
Yes.
blue diamonds here. You see?
Wonderful.
But small one. I have bigger, but I didn't prepare them for you. But I have blue. But blue is very, I mean, the blue diamonds, you could find them only in the premier mine in South Africa. There was
Right.
one mine that was specialized in blue diamonds. But unfortunately, like all the mines, they tend to stay a while. And then the production, then the diamond in the ground, they don't find any diamonds anymore. So they
Right.
closed this premier diamond. But I used to buy beautiful pink, blue diamonds there, but now it's closed. And you hardly find blue diamonds now. The ones you see on the auctions
Yes.
are ancient diamonds that people have bought before and they resell it today.
Right.
But to produce a new diamond is extremely rare.
You also conduct any courses where people can learn from you about classification of fancy color diamonds?
Well, everyone that was interested in fancy color and that started a business afterwards came to visit me. And I taught them what I knew because my goal is not only to keep my knowledge for me, I wanted to that a lot of people know about fancy colors. So, and most of the people that learned from me became competition
Right.
because they are doing in fancy color also, and they found it also extremely interesting. So I have in the world, I have, I think, 20, 30 big important companies that work with color diamonds that started with me. I have one Indian company here. They call me Papa
How sweet.
because they consider me like the father.
You are a father of natural fancy color diamonds and a true legend of the industry and a pioneer of these rare, beautiful color diamonds. Every day, you must be seeing so many color diamonds, since the past 60 years. Which is your favorite natural fancy color diamond?
Well, I will tell you, it's like for everyone, every person has a taste for color. There
Mm-hmm.
is no ugly color. Every color
Mm-hmm.
is beautiful. I see you
Mm-hmm.
wear a blue jacket. I have
Mm-hmm.
something gray blue
Right.
sweater. Other people they have black thing. I don't have particularly the taste for one specific color, but the one that I
Mm-hmm.
really like is this one that I showed you. This one is for me the nicest colored diamonds you could ever met because
Mm-hmm.
it's so strong. It's like a candy. When you every time I see it, I want to put it in my mouth and eat it. So nice it is. So, but we have customers from all the world, and I'm very
Right.
surprised to see they choose in our 350 different colors, they choose a different color. One would buy a gray diamond, another one would buy a yellow diamond, another one wants a pink, another one wants an olive color. There is no ugly colors. There is no ugly color. Every color that you see in our diamonds are in the nature. And in the nature, everything is beautiful. What God made for us is beautiful.
Absolutely. How important is a GI certification?
So the GIA certification, there's about 30 or even more labs in the world. What is important for me is that the lab should certify that the diamond is natural. I'm not interested in the GIA giving me the name of a diamond. I don't care if it's fancy yellow or intense yellow or vivid yellow. I don't care. The people should like the diamond, should buy the diamond, and should know the diamond is natural. This is enough. This is, for me, the purpose that the GIA has to do. You understand? But there is about more than 30 labs in the world, and they all can stay. It's very easy to see the diamond and to say it's natural or it's not natural. This is what is important, what is very, very important. And also today, you have lab grown, you have treated diamonds, you have all this. So these labs should be there to tell you the diamond is natural. This is the main thing. This is the most important thing. The rest, what they name the color, I don't care. I don't listen what they do. You know, 9 times on the 10, when they give me a certificate and I don't like it, I tear it off and I throw it in the garbage.
Wow, that's amazing to know. And what tips and advice would you like to give to investors and collectors who are looking to build a collection of natural fancy color diamonds?
Yeah, I had a lot of customers that wanted to build collections, and I helped them to choose the color they like, to make a beautiful collection. A collection should be in harmony. They have to be in harmony. The colors should go well together, and the quality should be nice. And what I'm asking from the collector is the trust. He has to trust me, because I am the one that knows the best in the world, that knows the fancy color the best. We have, for instance, the colors of the diamonds change in the different lights that you look at them. If it's a sunny day, you will have one color. If you have a dark day, you have another color. At night, you have a different color. So diamonds are changing all the time. We even have chameleon diamonds. You know what is a chameleon diamond? Yes. Chameleon, they change with the light. I have some, but I cannot show you because it goes too fast. You open the parcel, you look at the stone. It is yellow in the beginning, and it ends to be green. It's incredible. It's really magic. I had even a diamond, a brown pink diamond. When you put it in the paper and you shake the diamond in this paper, you will see the color changing from brown to pink. It's magic. Diamond is a magic product.
Especially after these diamonds pass through your hands, they become all the more magical.
Of course. I put some magic in.
Yes, and I believe that I need to make a visit to Antwerp and see these magical diamonds, and of course come and meet you and learn a lot more about these fancy color diamonds.
You are welcome. You can come whenever you want, and I'm sure you'll leave my office with buying you a few diamonds. I'm sure.
Of course.
Because you will fall in love in them. If you don't fall in love with me, you will fall in love with the diamonds.
Absolutely. And before we call it a wrap, would you like to show us some more of your collection? And guys, in case if you have any more questions about natural fancy color diamonds from Mr. Langerman, please type them in.
So a few more collections that I have. For instance, yeah, this I have. It's a pink and a blue diamond. You can see.
Wow. Yes.
Two stones are the same size, and I will show you one very interesting story. That's a stone. It's this one here. It's a 10 carat.
Wow.
It's a 10 carat. It's a historical, antique historical diamond. It's a diamond that I found in a ring dated 1850.
Yes.
It's an old mine. It's a diamond that is polished in the ancient way. This diamond comes from Kalimantan. You know Kalimantan? Kalimantan is in Borneo. Borneo are living people, primitive people. They cut the heads and they shrink it in a small thing. And if you go there, in the places they live, you will find diamonds. You will find beautiful red diamonds and yellow diamonds and blue diamonds. And then, and this one is a stone that was produced in Kalimantan. And from 1850, it was in a ring. And it's incredible. It's a historical diamond. I love this very well, even if it's not very dark, but it's beautiful. I love antique polishing of the diamonds. It's very, very nice.
Mm-hmm. How is the next generation of Langerman carrying forward this legacy?
So I have my son working with me, and he's a computer scientist. I will introduce you. And he's a computer scientist. He's the only professor, university professor that works in the diamond business. So this is Stefan. You will see some resemblance. The hair are almost the same, and the glasses are almost the same.
Carrying forward your father's legacy ahead.
Oh well, I mean, I grew up hearing about the stories, and when I was a little kid, I used to come in the office and I got to play with these little stones. You know, it's something that not so many people get to have, and so I've seen all the colors passing by when I was a child, and well, then I went off to do my own career, but I was always somehow connected to this. Just because my father started when he was 15, and when I was 15, he gave me a rough stone and told me, okay, now you're going to start polishing as well. And so I've had this experience. It was a nice stone that had the skin, so it looked like it should have some color, and then in the end it didn't. It was one of my father's jokes on me. So and I guess now I'm enjoying this very much. It's very different from my other career, and it's fascinating. It's really a fascinating world. Learning about color. In my other work, I'm a professor of geometry, computer science, and geometry. And so, in some sense, I'm studying here the geometry of those small stones, and also the geometry of color. Absolutely. Because color is a three-dimensional space for humans. I mean, there's some special people. For some women, it's actually a four-dimensional space, as you might know.
You were talking that you are a professor in geometry and in maths. The manufacturing of diamonds is all about angles. Angle has to be absolutely correct for the light to pass in. So I guess that your expertise of being a professor and an expert helps you to understand these angles and to optimize the beauty and the carat weight and to maximize the color inside a diamond.
That's actually a lot of fun. I mean, the whole exploration of angles and the mathematics of diamonds started in the beginning of the 20th century, and and sort of stopped stalled a little bit. It continued advancing, but more slowly after the standard ideal cut for round brilliance. Right. But indeed, when you start talking about natural color diamonds, you just launching the debate again, because you want to achieve exactly well, the opposite, or something quite different than what you want to do in white diamonds.
Absolutely.
In white diamonds, you want to get the most light and the less color, and with colored
Yes.
diamonds, you want to get a
the
lot of
maximum.
sparkle, but a lot
Yes.
of color. And
Right.
so it's a lot of interesting questions. I've actually after doing some thinking, some learning of those theories from the diamond business, these days I'm going back to my mathematician colleagues, and we're having lots of debates and discussions on how would you define, just defining what is the best cut for a colored diamond. It opens the way to some fascinating research.
I'm sure. Just love to express my gratitude for helping me curate this wonderful chat. And before we just call it a wrap, a piece of advice to all of us.
Some advice is stop buying white diamonds and buy fancy colored diamonds.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So with that, thank you very much. And
Thank you too.
And I would like to call you Papa too, and say thank you, Papa, for sharing all your valuable insights with all of us. And we look forward, and I especially look forward to making a trip to Antwerp very soon and see your wonderful diamonds.
Okay, well, there is still a lot to say, and we'll meet next time to speak again.
Of course,
thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Papa, and thank you, Sifin, and thank you, Soon, for
Bye-bye.
all your support. Bye-bye.